And there is Erickson Lubin. Erickson, how are you, my man?
I'm good. How you doing?
Not too bad, not too bad. Erickson, can you tell us about, how you're feeling for this matchup, main event on Showtime this upcoming Saturday night? How pumped are you?
I'm pumped up, man. I'm very confident. I had a great training camp, and I'm motivated because after this, we get to the goal, to the ultimate goal, of getting the world titles, and not just one. There's 3 on the line.
Now, Erickson, I talked to you back in May, and, when it comes to training for this particular fight with Terrell Gausha, we are in the era of COVID-19, this worldwide pandemic. What are some things, have you encountered any challenges as you train under the guidance of Kevin Cunningham?
Not too many. I'm not gonna lie, not too many because I'm in a private gym, so not too many people could just walk in my gym and ask, to train and come spar or anything. So, we're pretty private, and we got the work we needed to get done.
Erickson, I was down in Houston yesterday with Jermell Charlo. I know you were, focused on your fight, but did you see any of the workout yesterday of Jermell Charlo as he prepares for his unification matchup against Jeison Rosario?
No.
Okay, I was just wondering if you were, at all focused on that. Not focused, but, kind of keeping your eye on it. I know it's a fight that you're going to be watching very intently, assuming everything goes according to plan on Saturday.
Yeah. I didn't get to see the workout or anything. I'm here in the bubble right now, but I'm sure he had a couple things to say about the division. And, right now I'm just focused on Terrell Gausha right now. I'm not overlooking him. I know he's coming to fight. He's coming to take my spot. He's coming to take that #1 spot. So I'm ready for that. Ready for that challenge right there.
Erickson, I've been watching some of the training clips from your trainer, Kevin Cunningham, and I got to say that I've known you for probably well over 5 to 6 years, since you were in your teens. And I think this is the best in shape I've ever seen you. I mean, you look impeccable shape. I mean, there are levels, but I feel like there's this, you have a machine-like quality about you. Do you feel like this is the best training camp you've ever had?
Absolutely. I feel like every training camp I've had with Kevin, I get better. I get better, and also a better training camp for me. So I'm looking to have my best performance this coming Saturday.
I feel like with every fight, you're getting better and better. Can you tell us about some things you've been working on? Not giving away your game plan, but what are some things that you've been focusing in on when it comes to your preparation for your matchup on Saturday night?
I mean, just being able to adjust, following the game plan, and also, being able to adjust in the ring. Whatever my trainer tells me to do, I go in there and I do it.
You've been going ahead and working with, I read something along the lines that some of your sparring partners were your former opponent from last October, Nate Gallimore, along with Luis Arias and stuff. Why did you decide to pick Nate Gallimore to spar with you in preparation for Terrell Gausha?
Well, my trainer, Kevin, he's the one that, that got Gallimore and them around. But Gallimore was definitely some solid work. We didn't just have those guys. We had a couple other dudes from Miami, a couple dudes from South Florida in the area. We had tons of sparring, tons of work. Even though there's a pandemic going on, COVID's going around, we were still able to put in that work.
How long has this training camp been like for you? Because I've seen those training clips, and I feel like Kevin puts them out once a week. I feel like I've been watching them for the past 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, we've been in camp for a while. Probably like 9 weeks, probably about a good 9 weeks. But we've been in the gym all year. We just turned it up a notch when it was time, when we got the actual date.
Now, Terrell Gausha is coming off of a split draw against Austin Trout. He's 33 years of age, 2012 Olympian. How do you preview someone like Terrell Gausha?
We know he's tough. He's tough. He's experienced. He went to the Olympics and all that. But I'm a different animal from all those other guys that he fought, and I'm gonna show him on Saturday that I'm different.
One thing that I think separates you from a lot of fighters, just in boxing in general, is you have this crazy athleticism. I mean, when you knocked out Jorge Cota, you went down pretty much to the floor. clipped your heels, came back up, and unleashed a straight left right down the center, finishing him off. Where do you get your athleticism from? Because you can't teach the kind of athleticism that you have.
I mean, I've been in the sports all my life. I started boxing around 4 years old. I just always been in the sports, and my parents, my dad was athletic as well. So, it's in me. It ain't on me. It's in me.
You've won 4 in a row since your loss to Jermell Charlo. You got the world title shot at 22. Do you think that loss to Charlo was the best thing that could have happened to you?
I wouldn't say it's the best thing that could have happened to me. The best thing that could have happened that night was me getting a world title. But it was a big learning lesson for me. I was able to get back to the drawing board, not let it discourage me, and I bounced back in a major way. My last 4 opponents, they felt that pain that that night, and I'm continuing until I get my world title. I'm gonna continue that rap, that rain, and that hunger that I got in me, and I'm gonna just use it to fuel my fire until I get my world title. And even when I get the world title, beginning.
Let me rephrase it, Erickson. Do you feel like it might have been a blessing in disguise? Because when I look at it, I see your focus, your determination, the fact that you are with Kevin now. I just feel like you are absorbing knowledge so much faster. And I sense this maturity from the outside looking in. I sense a maturity about you as you enter your mid-20s.
Absolutely. It was a blessing in disguise. I can admit that it was a blessing in disguise. I was living in Orlando next to a whole bunch of friends, and just being so comfortable. And me moving to West Palm Beach, was a little bit uncomfortable for me. And just changing things around and moving away from my son, and I feel like that just made me more hungrier to go out there and just be the best boxer I could be. And I've been getting better. I got with Kevin. He's fueling me, my IQ. He's got my IQ to another level, and I feel like I'm at my best right now.
I feel like you're man possessed. And one of the things that I think it could be attributed to is your son. You go ahead and you are in camp away from your son. So when you fight, do you just have this sense of urgency to unleash as much as you can because of the sacrifice that you have been away from your son for such a long time?
Well, yeah. I mean, now he's closer to me, but just being away from him during training camp, it definitely it fuels my fire. And not just being away from my son, but being away from my parents, my friends, my brothers, my sisters, all that. I take all of that into training camp with me, and that's what gets me better.
Kevin Cunningham, what is he like as a trainer? He's a former police officer in St. Louis. I feel like he brings this sense of discipline to everybody that he trains.
For sure. You can't walk in it doesn't matter who it is. It could be a undisputed champion walking into the gym. He's gonna treat you the same as if you were an amateur. Trying to get up the pro ranks. He's zero tolerance, and he's a great teacher. He teaches you. He's hands on with you. Even when it's time to go running, he's there running with you. He's in the car while you're running. He's at strength and conditioning with you. So he's very hands on, and I feel like every camp we get better. So I put my trust in him, and he believes in me.
Also, Erickson, as you look ahead to Terrell Gausha this upcoming Saturday, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific time, with us being in COVID-19, this worldwide pandemic, have you thought about fighting without fans? I mean, you're used to fighting in front of crowds and worldwide television. The television will be the same, but there will be no crowds. I feel like you're a young guy that thrives off of the energy from the fans.
I definitely do thrive off the energy of the fans, but when I'm in the gym, I'm by myself. I'm sparring by myself. I grind by myself. It's just me and my trainers really when it's time to grind. So it'll be the same thing for me. I wish the fans could be there. I hope everybody's staying to get past this pandemic, get past COVID, and we could bring you guys back in the building. But I'm gonna do what I have to do on Saturday night, and that's fight without you guys. But I'm sure everyone will be tuned in. I want everyone to be tuned in. It's gonna be a special night.
Is it crazy to think that you're entering your 8th year as a professional?
It's amazing. I'm a young veteran. It's amazing.
I mean, we've watched you blossom and grow and evolve. What have you learned over the course of nearly your 8 years as a professional boxer?
I've learned a lot, man. I've learned a whole bunch. Like as far as being with the right people, having the right people around you, things to do during training camp, things to do when you're outside the ring, just a whole bunch. I've learned being a pro, and I feel like I take everything in, and I just learn from not just the one loss I had. I ain't just learned from that, but I learned much more than that. Just being a professional and how to move and how to do things in this pro boxing game, because a lot of people, a lot. I've learned that people love you when you're winning, but when you take a loss, a lot of people would turn their back on you. And I learned just to always keep a mindset of being at my absolute best.
So have you tightened up your circle? Because I'll bring up a point from Sergio Martinez, and Sergio Martinez, former middleweight champion of the world from Argentina, who stated that when he went ahead and he won the title, or he defeated Chavez Jr. years ago, he had over 1,000 missed calls. When he lost to Miguel Cotto, there were only 4 people that called him, and of the 4, 3 of the missed calls were from his mother. So do you keep a tighter circle because of what you went through?
Yeah, definitely. Just having a tight circle. It's the right thing to do anyways. I feel like it's the right way to move, and it's the right thing to do. Just having a tight circle and people that really that love you and that have that's genuine around you. And I feel like that's just the right way to move.
You've been with Premier Boxing Champions since the beginning in March of 2015. What has being a part of PBC meant to you, your life, and your career?
It's special, man. I've been treated right, and I've been able to change my life around, financially because of PBC. Just get the right fights. I've been able to get TV exposure, and it's been great. It's been great being with PBC.
Yeah, I almost feel like since PBC,
other promotion.
I was going to say, ever since PBC began in March of 2015, I feel like every one of your fights has been on television.
Yeah, for sure. I got 23 fights, and like 18 of my fights has been on TV pretty much.
That's unbelievable. Also, another, the mastermind behind PBC is Al Haymon. What has Al meant to you? And I don't think he gets enough credit for what he has done for the sport of boxing.
Al's been amazing to me, man. Al's been amazing. And, like I said, man, I wouldn't want to be with no one else. When it's time to re-sign, he could put that paper in front of my face again, and we'll ink again, every single time. And, Al's, he's great to not to me, but to boxing.
Also, Erickson, you're getting ready to enter your 25th year. Happy early birthday, by the way. Do you feel like you're kind of getting into your man strength? I mean, we knew that you had power before, but do you feel so much stronger that there is the evolution of an athlete, of a world-class athlete? When they get in their mid-20s, they say that your man strength comes around. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, definitely. I see it in the gym. I see it when I'm training. I see it when I'm sparring. And now I'm seeing it when I'm fighting. I'm getting stronger. I'm getting wiser in the ring. And my IQ's there. I feel like like I said, man, I feel like I'm at my best.
Are things slowing down for you in the ring because your ring IQ is increasing and getting better?
You said, are things
Are,
slowing?
are things slowing down when it comes to in the ring? You know, because your ring IQ is getting better, that things are slowing down. It becomes, you know, you're able to see things more clearly, or is that not the case?
I wouldn't say things are slowing down, but I definitely pick my shots because you know, I'm accurate. I'm accurate, and every time I throw, I want to land.
Is it for Kevin? I know you love your power, but is Kevin instrumental in saying, "Hey, Erickson, work off the jab. Let's focus on the fundamentals and not get enamored with your power because you
Yeah,
have dynamite in both hands."
you can't fall in love with your power, especially you can't fall in love with your power. It's got to come to you. You got to be flowing. Like as far as for me, I like to work off my jab. I like to work off a few things, like not just get in there and trying to go for the knockout immediately. I like to just break them down first.
How have you been able to focus in on not having any ring rust? Because due to COVID-19, fights were paused for almost half a year. So now that you're back, it's going to be about a 10 and a half month, almost an 11-month layoff. What have you been doing in the gym to make sure that there is no quote unquote ring rust? Or is that just a myth when it comes to boxing?
Um, I've been getting a lot of sparring in. I've been getting a lot of sparring in to, keep from ring rust affecting me. I've been in the gym all year, like I said. So I feel like I won't have a problem on fight night as far as ring rust.
And also, next week, assuming things go according to plan, you will be the mandatory at 154 pounds. I want to get your preview of Jermell Charlo, Jeison Rosario. First of all, can you look in and break down that fight for us?
I feel like it's gonna be a good fight between those two. They're both heavy hitters. Um, but I feel like Jermell Charlo will come out with the win because he's more athletic to me and he moves his feet more. And Rosario might not be able to catch up with him. He's
And is that
a fighter, and I feel like I wouldn't say he's the stronger or the bigger puncher, but I feel like he has more experience and he's been there before, so he'll be able to come out on top against Rosario.
does it matter to you who wins that fight? Because if you win on Saturday, you will likely be next for the winner. Does it matter to you, or are you just chomping at the bit for that rematch with Charlo?
It really don't matter to me. I'm chasing those belts. I ain't chasing Charlo. I know he came out with the win against me, but I'm chasing those belts. And if he comes out on top, then that's who we gonna have to fight. And I'm looking forward to a rematch with Charlo anyway.
In a perfect world, how does the fight end on Saturday night on Showtime Championship Boxing, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific time against Terrell Gausha?
In a perfect world, we come out with a knockout, but I'm not going in there looking for the knockout. I'm gonna stick to the game plan. If I gotta beat him for 12 rounds, that's what I'm gonna do. But a knockout would be sweet.
The one thing I look at 154, I think it's one of the most loaded divisions in all of boxing. I see guys like you. I see Jermell Charlo. I see Rosario. There's so many. Laura's still there, but I see a lot of young, hungry lions. Guys like Jared Hurd, Julian Williams. You are obviously right there, top contender. But I feel like there's a lot of young, hungry lions that are all in their prime competing.
Yeah, it kind of reminds us of the Hagler Hearns era because everybody's willing to fight each other, and it's we're making these fights happen, and we giving the fans what they want. So it's exciting. It's exciting to watch, and it's exciting to be a part of as well.
Assuming you're successful on Saturday night, are you going to take a little bit of time off to enjoy your birthday and see your son and be around family and friends?
Just a little bit. Yeah, I take some time off a little bit. Not too much time. I'm gonna stay around the gym just so I can always be in shape. But I'm gonna definitely enjoy being with my son and being with my family. But I'm also keep in mind that what's next. Them straps.
Making weight isn't an easy task whatsoever. I don't think there's an ounce of fat on you, but have you thought about a meal that you're going to enjoy after the fight on Saturday?
Hell yeah.
What it's going to be, Erickson?
Some pasta, man. I've been missing. I miss my pasta. I'm in love with some pasta, man. Can't wait.
And finally, Erickson, we appreciate the time. Thank you so much for joining us. But on Saturday night, this upcoming Saturday against Terrell Gausha, Showtime Championship Boxing, what can fans expect?
Expect fireworks and a dominant victory. That's what the fans can expect. It's Hammer Time on Showtime. Everybody tune in, 9 p.m.
Erickson, thank you so much for your time. It has been an honor and a pleasure to watch you grow and develop. Happy early birthday. Good luck on Saturday night.
Thank you.
To Erickson Lubin joining us as he takes on Terrell.